Hello! Welcome to the last day of Art Fight. Um, I had a good time. It was different. It was, I'm not sure. I'll probably do it next year. But who knows? We'll see what's happening around this time. But, yeah, sorry. Yeah. Hey. Here's my glove. And yep. Yeah. Okay. Oops, sorry. There. Let's do some warm-ups, and while I wait for some to see if anyone comes in, and then I'll work on some stuff for this month. I forget. Hello, thanks for dropping in. Just gonna do some quick sketches before I get to finishing up art fight stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna. This looks fake. Sorry. It's going to work. I was looking for interesting. Yeah. I'll look into it. Just do some. Do. Oops. hope everyone had fun with, who participated had fun with Art Fight. I saw some people were a little dismayed. So, I just hope that people aren't feeling that way in chat today. Like, this was my first year doing Art Fight, and honestly, I thought it was okay. I mean, I didn't get everything I wanted done, but that's usually how it is with our challenges for me. So, I'm used to it. Excuse me. Yeah, I decided not to bother with that whole mess of starting a new platform this month, or at least not this week, because it didn't work well yesterday, and I mean on Monday, especially since my traffic on Twitch was like one person, so it wasn't really worth all that hassle anyway. So yeah, I just figured this month, today I'll just try and finish up a few drawings, or like just do a quick drawing or two, and then call it. Because there's no way I'm going to get another full drawing done today. Those usually take at least 2 days, so. Huh. But yeah, like, I was gonna maybe try and do some Smogus drawings next month, because I haven't drawn animals in a while, and that would be kind of a fun way to do that. And then there's probably like some other art challenges. Let's check that really quick. Come on, what are you doing? Okay, let's see. Oh, there's Hobbies for Artists. Interesting. Yeah, there's like I'm intrigued by this. Let's see. Oops. Yeah, there's this thing called, yeah, August for Artists 25. So, interesting. Okay. I'll keep this one in mind. This sounds fun. A good way to just huh. Yeah. Anyway, we'll make sure to confused, but okay. Sorry. I was just swipe. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, nice. It's not. This is one I encourage for people who felt like they didn't get enough drawings done too, because it's one of those prompt lists where it's not every day. This looks like it's like every couple days. Like there's one for the 1st, there's one for the 5th. Let's see. Hang on, I have an idea. I have an idea. I know. Guys, what are you doing? Oh, okay. What's this? Watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. Hang on. Boop. What? That's not it? Why did it go to that? What? No. That's very strange. Sorry. It was supposed to copy this. And it doesn't copy it. Interesting. Anyway, oh, I see why. Maybe. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm just wasting time. I apologize. I was trying to copy this so I didn't forget it, but I'll just leave it open to this page so I don't lose it. And then we can just do art challenges. And really quick, just see. Ooh, yeah. There's one for Smogus. Looks good. There's one list for Smogus. Creator challenges. What's? Okay. Be fun if there was like there are some draw this in your challenge, your style or challenges in here. So I was gonna do some of those. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Nice. Sorry, I just thought I looked... Ooh, cold. In Summerween art challenges, that's fun. Oh, that's for Joel. I can still do those. Okay. Back to work. Okay. Sorry about that. Oops. Sorry. I took too long. Just trying to like do part of this early where I trying to decide like what I'm gonna work on next after our challenge is finished. Oops. Because I'm trying to. Well, like one thing I said I'd work on next month, if nothing else, is definitely gonna work on the channel in general, like trying to create some more stuff for it, like yeah, just like the some prompts for it, some maybe some just placeholder kind of, or like maybe some stuff for like scheduling. Like I was gonna do maybe like a drawing that I'll use to like announce every week when I'm gonna be drawing. It seems like I'm not in a mad dash hurry to get another drawing done for Art Fights, because, well, we'll see. But I have severe doubts that I'll be able to, so I'll do what I can. But I'm pretty sure that like everything I got done already is what I got done. Like today's kind of like an overview and just some thoughts on it, and things maybe I can do next year to be a little faster. Like I'll probably do some. I won't make everything scene based, because that kind of got me in trouble. Although honestly, everyone I made one for really seemed to like it, so I don't really regret it. Like, because making a whole bunch of drawings that no one responds to is a bigger failure for me than if I had made double. Because everyone that I made art for responded, so I'd call that a bigger victory than if I had just made like 20 drawings. Having a chance to look over everything, all the new upcoming animated shows coming out. But like I said last time, I'm pretty excited for the ones for like that are coming out for Critical Role. Both those look really good. So. And hello, thanks for dropping back in. Oh, why is it? Hang on, I'm gonna check something out. Okay, never mind. Yeah, there's a... What's days? I don't know. Huh. There's a couple different people doing different Smogus lists, so I'm very curious. Because there's a short one that's only 11 prompts that I might do about I'll get these. Hang on. What? Wait, no, stop. Why are you like this? Oh, I see. I'm dumb. I forgot I could just do screenshots. See? There's one, Smogest. So we could do this one. And then there's this is the other art challenge I might do. And then there's no, that's not it. Oh, okay, here's some of the stuff I see. There's like oh, here's Dragist. Oops. Sorry, just thought it'd be fun to grab some of these. Make these all part of their own group, but I just figured it'd be fun to have all this to August of Artists. Let's see. There's Dogist. There's a cryptid one? See, I'm promise I don't do... Huh. I can try this. It might be kind of fun to try something different. I usually don't do cryptids. I usually do folklore, but not cryptids. But it might be fun, so... I'll put it here as a maybe. And then there's... let's see, they got... What's here? No, not that one. Okay. Hey, here's the... Let's see. What? Wow, there's a lot of Smogus lists. I'll have to find out... which one is, no, it's not her. It's not that one. But there's a specific, artist that I would follow for, August. I mean, Smogust. Smogust Feelings? Interesting. Kind of cool to do that with my, just make this like a create version of my character. Or like I don't know. Cool that they have all these, because all you have to do is just go into let's see, Oddgust. See, something like this might be fun because yeah, so there we go. There's a couple different things. So, like... And then there's things like the 100 days of Halloween might be kind of fun. Because why? Might be a fun thing to try out. So I'll put that there too. And then, what was the other thing? Draw and tell? Let's, oops. Huh. Bum, 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 bum. Sorry, I'm just. This is part of what I wanted to do today anyway, so I apologize. It's not super like creative at the moment. It's more me. But I'll tell you what. Let's go to my art fight and just grab a random one, and then because there is one I could be working on, but I have some bookmarks I haven't had a chance to. Whoa. Oh, never mind. Cool. Let's just grab randomly and make. Let's see. I will draw. Oh, with this would be a fun one to work on, especially with here. Yeah, let's maybe work on this character. It's really cool. Might be a little hard, but it's okay. I'm just gonna do a sketch anyway, so be a good start for Smogist. So we could do kind of like something like oh, I see what this is. Cool. I just realized what a chimera kind of dinosaur, where it's got like a couple different types in it. That's interesting. Except the head's way too far back. If it's gonna be like that, it would have to be up really high. How do I feel? There's one other person I was gonna try and do theirs. If they show up today, I'll try and do a quick one for theirs, but I don't know. I don't feel like... I mean, I could always just do one of their creatures later, I guess. I don't... I said I would... We'll see. Okay. Hello. Just working, doing some finalized, like rough sketches for art fight. I really don't like how this is coming along. Let's try this one again. This is not working out. Well, maybe. I'll draw the main body first, and then draw from that. Much like I do with people. Maybe that might help. Too flat. I'd rather
Okay. Yeah. Hello, thanks for dropping in. Just doing some drawings for like some of my final for the final day of Art Fight. I thought I would just do some oh, this guy would have been cool too. Darn it! Oh well. Well, we can try this guy too. Yeah, let's do this because this is a we'll get as far as we can with this, and if I feel like I'm hitting a wall a lot, I'll move to a humanoid. But like I said, I want to move into to animals anyway this coming month a little bit, so it'd be nice to give it a shot. Sorry, it's gonna be kind of a since there's so much concentration needed for this. Unless I see anything in chat, it's gonna be a pretty quiet one because I'm really trying to get. I mean, this may just be a sketch, but I want it to be a good sketch, so. those feet don't really. I guess they work compared to like the body. Oh, I was right. This is the one that's curled a little bit. This is gonna be just a rough kind of like getting down the where everything should be kind of thing drawing. I might even go back to what I was doing before, but with this new layout. Yeah, kind of like a puffing out its body to look big. I mean, not that it needs to, but it's still gonna like show off. Like either this is like for intimidation or maybe to find a mate. I'm not sure. Either way, showing off one way or another. kind of just, after looking at it, I'm realizing I'm just kind of inverting it a little. That's okay. Typically, especially with a body this big, I'm going to make the tail a little bit different, but only because it's just a quick sketch. Usually you wouldn't have a tail like this and something like this, because this is like a tail this long would usually be used for counterbalance, so it wouldn't curl like this, but it's a cool tail, so I'll draw it anyway. It's a fun cartoony version of a Stegosaurus tail. Usually they'd be more like this. Or there's other ones that are like really crazy heavy metal and they go like that. What was that one called? I don't have that book with me right now, but there was that one Stegosaur that has like those things coming out like the side like that, and then I'm trying to think what if it had that on top or if it, yeah, it does. We'll have plenty of time to look into that kind of stuff for the next art challenge. Hello! Thanks for dropping in! Just doing a final day of this. I'm trying to just do some doodles for my final day of art fight. Some of my bookmarks that I didn't get around to. And this is a, this guy. Pretty cool character. Oh, I didn't even, man, I gotta look better. He's got another pair of arms here. Yeah, this person, where did their, let's see, Taylor W. Let's see if I can find their, oh, they only have a, oh. Although that's surprising, like, they do a mix. Although they, you know what? I'm wrong. No, they have a couple different monster ones in here. So they're kind of like it is a mix because they'll have like a lot of dinosaurs. They have a whole lot of dinosaurs, but they also have some cartoon characters and yeah, some fan art from indie stuff. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I didn't even think about that till you pointed that out, but yeah, that's exactly what that kind of looks like. Because they also have, but they also have like just regular dinosaurs that aren't really inspired by Monster Hunter. They're just like them putting some different color theory behind certain dinosaurs, like trying out different color schemes, which is something I've been meaning to get around to, with especially with like all the with like trying out different birds color schemes on dinosaurs would be fun, and I just never got around to that. Yeah. It does. Yeah. It is kind of funny that half the time, like in some of them, like in Monster Hunter World, they tried to like make it so that there was an ecological reason for them to be hunting monsters, but sometimes it seems more like a moral reason. So it's kind of. But I've only played Monster Hunter World, so that's the only one I'm familiar with story wise. But I could have sworn some of the other ones they kind of change how the monsters are behaving, so sometimes they're less wild and more like just something very unnatural that needs to be dealt with by humans. Use the Dragonator. I used to love those. Someone made these like these animated shorts for like that were like and the majority of them were just like synopsises of certain monsters in Monster Hunter World. Yes, I was trying. I didn't want to. I didn't want to offend you if you liked it, and I mean I still like the game, but yeah, the plot, if you want to call it a plot, is like paper thin. I like the monsters; they're cool monsters, so I don't really mind. But yeah, it's just an excuse to fight really big things. Especially when you get to like the dragons and stuff, then it's like everything's out the window kind of, and you're just like, yeah, we're just fighting these things. Don't worry about it. Like what were some of them? Like Diablos was one of the ones that was rougher. Because it only showed up. Where's my? That's what it was. It was, where's my Dragonator? Yeah, and then there was like one that you were hunting the entire time, and then ironically, it's not even the hardest one. Yeah. Or like they were showing like, oh gosh, Rathel, or like they're like regular monsters in Monster Hunter, and it shows like you put down a trap, you capture the monster, and then it's like Rathalos in Monster Hunter, and he just looks at the trap, gets angry, and turns around and just like decimates the hunter. That was so good. I didn't really try Iceborne. I heard it looked interesting, but maybe next time I think next time there's a sale on that game, and there is a lot of sales when it comes to those games. Maybe I'll pick it up. This thing looks like it would not be fun to fight. Oh my gosh, yeah. That guy, I had to, I think I got better at fighting him, or that one, because I would use the bow and just snipe from a distance. Because anytime you have to get up close and personal, you better hope you have a friend there to pull you out of the literal fire. But yeah, that. And I played some of the expansion, or the event things. Like I use daggers a lot too. I used daggers on Rathalos because I figure if he's gonna fight dirty, so will I. So I would just like use the explosive daggers on Rathalos and just ride down its spine and like blow off all of its spines so that it doesn't try to like use those on me as much. Oh, that felt good doing that. It's like, yeah, how do you like it, huh? Can't use these to dive bomb me now, can ya? The hammer looked pretty cathartic too, like when you got that to work right. Or the spear, what was that called? The spear, the explosive spear. I forgot what that one was called exactly, but I saw some people using that, and it looked pretty cool. But then you had things like the oh gosh, I forget the name of it, but that necrotic dragon. That critter, that thing just like, you'd be like, yeah, I'm winning. He's winding up for his breath attack, isn't he? Oh, well, I'm down. Yeah, I love the design. It definitely felt like I was fighting a Bloodborne boss. And it's like, oh no! This is the Bloodstar Beast's bigger brother. This is what I get for getting good at fighting the Bloodstar Beast. His angry uncle's come to beat me up. Because I remember in Bloodborne, there's in the dungeons later on, you pretty much just you fight the Bloodstar Beast as like a regular like mini boss by the by like the dungeons I was doing, so that was rough. Yeah, anglerfish kind of design. Yeah, that was so cool. And a really cool like intro to which is why I say like it feels like it feels like Bloodborne because of how it's on like a mountain of its prey essentially. Like you walk in and it's just like, oh sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you at dinner. I can go in. Oh nope. I guess you're not gonna let me go, are you? Okay, I guess we're gonna have to do this. And then there was that one that was like I forget what it was called, but it was like a tiger dragon kind of. And that one had a bigger brother that just ripped me apart. Like even it was pretty rough because it had like these combo attacks. And then you can fight a bigger version of it for better gear, for even better drops. But that one is 10 times stronger. So you better hope you are 10 times smarter. And nope. I was not quite fast enough to dodge those attacks. You know, that still baffles me why they haven't released Bloodborne on PC. Like, they see how big Elden Ring's been, and they're still just like, no, it's ours. And it's like, but guys, you realize you're just losing money every day that you hold on to it like this. It's like, so many people like you would probably grab it instantly. Probably because they wouldn't even have to charge full price for it. They could, with all this controversy over high-priced games, they could charge $40, and everyone would jump at it, including me. I would buy it if it was a $40 game that was on PC. That would be great. So I don't know why they're not just taking advantage of that, of an easy win. Because it's not even like it's a PlayStation 3 game. Oh. Oh no, what have I just done? I'm sorry, everyone. Because if you like that boss, I have the art book is so cool too. Like there's just I still need to pick up the art book for Elden Ring though, but I only just started playing Elden Ring, so I make it a rule usually that I have to like do one playthrough of something before I look at an art book. Because I bought because I broke that rule once with Dragon Prince, and and of course the first page I opened up to was a spoiler, and I'm like, oh no, who's this guy? And I still need to go back and finish that show. Because I watched some of it. It's okay. It's not it's not their best animation, but it's still a good show, I think. I would like to check out the interviews in that one. Yeah, it's a contract thing. It's because I'm sure they want to do it. And I'm sure once they can find a way to, like, work around it or something, they will. Because I'm sure that Sony would love to get the money, and so would From Software. Even if, like, yeah. Like, it is a shame that they couldn't just, like, include Sony in the profits, and then, but I know that's not how contracts work. So otherwise that would have already been a thing. The other thing that I just realized when I almost redrew this face is that, like, herbivores have peripheral vision, so I was about to redraw this head, but, like, in order for it to see you straight on, it probably would pose more like this than like this. Because this is more like if it had, I mean, although it looks like the way they drew this creature, it looks like, yeah, it has more raptor eyes than herbivore eyes. So I should make sure I do that too. Yeah. That's true. I just figure any of these guys could use a win after, like, everything, all the drama now with the high price scares that they're doing. Like, every game is now going to be ridiculously expensive, and it's just like, guys, when do you think we have the money or time for this? Like, especially for, like, kind of more... Hello, Ninja. Glad you could drop by. Oops. I'm just finishing up this art fight by just doing some sketches. Honestly, like, this is gonna be I'm gonna try and get this as nice looking as I can, but, like, I'm not gonna go. I'm just gonna try and make it look decent enough, and then I'll submit it probably by the end. Whatever I have by the end of this drawing session, I'll probably put on Art Fight. They do. The whole bricking everyone's consoles too is a really weird new thing they're doing. I mean, I know they've always threatened to do that in the past, but, like, now they're actually, like, following through for real. Which is really strange in light of everything else. Especially in light of, like, their, like, parts of them, like they're already making themselves look bad with this whole Pale World thing, which I always felt like, guys, rising tide raises all ships and all that. Like, why do you guys care? Like, there's like 8 other games out right now that are also monster collectors, but like the reasoning for like what they pretend they have claim to in it is just like kind of silly. It's like, oh, you can't have a creature be a glider, and I'm like, a lot of games have creature, like Moon Island does that. So what are you talking about? That's already another game. The difference is that that one's a pixel-based game, but which, I mean, I kind of wish Pokemon would go back to being pixel-based, because I kind of miss that now. After seeing how, I mean, don't get me wrong, Sword and Shield look good, but I think their pixel-based games look better. They put more time into like the story and didn't worry as much about like making everything super rendered, and which is funny because then like they would do things like they would try and make like create these new gimmicks like kaiju Pokemon and stuff like that, which I mean was fine, but again, I think it would be better if they just went back to just, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, true, yeah. It's like, guys, you're all just making each other angry. Can we just go back to making games and having fun? Yeah, I think a big misstep on Nintendo's part as well was they should have waited for Donkey Kong Bonanza and released it with that, because that game is like blockbusters right now. It's the next Odyssey, because it's made by the Odyssey team, or by several like members of the Odyssey team, and I'm just surprised that they weren't like, guys, this is an assured like positive game to start off a system with. Why don't we start with this? And they didn't, so, which was I think a huge mistake. Like, they really should have just stuck with that as their startup. Because everyone I've seen play that is just having a blast, and it just looks. And it's funny because I was even listening to someone today who was like talking about like the whole "oh banana" bit, and saying how like they were convinced that was going to get old really fast, but it doesn't. So that's pretty funny that like it's like you think that the one thing in the game that's like pretty basic, and even with the marketing being not too smart, because they spoil a big their marketing team really kind of like ruined a big surprise for the fans. And I think I know, if you've seen people play it, or if you've seen like any like cutscenes, you know which big surprise I'm talking about, because like at the beginning of the game you find a little sentient rock creature, and you're like, oh cool, this is gonna be in the whole game. And then, I hate to tell you, but nope. Something else happens and that changes. I won't say what, but yeah. It's like, that was bad marketing on their part, being like, oh, this character's actually in the game, and it's like, guys, you could have kept that a secret. It's like with Marvel, when they had that whole like, yeah, his partner, yeah, that was such bad marketing. It's like, guys, this is the Thor Ragnarok thing all over again, where it's like, who's that in the Coliseum? And then you just hear him, and he's just like, you're like, well, there goes the surprise. Thanks, guys. It's like, I kind of wanted to find out myself, but sure, just spoil the fun. Because I remember being so mad about that, where I was like, oh, cool, I could have waited to find that out, guys, but you just gave away the surprise, but thanks. But even with knowing, I still say it's fun to watch. I'm not like you. I can't afford. I mean, I can't afford that console. Like, it's just far too much of a luxury item for me to justify. I don't game on my channel even, so it wouldn't bring in a big enough crowd for me to play a game like that. So I'm like, it's not even worth it on like the thought of bringing in new people. Oh, I bet. Yeah, I've seen like a streamer I follow, Sayu. He's really into those. So those gacha game. I mean that series, and I'll just see that he's playing it, and I'm like, oh, cool. But I'm not gonna watch because I'm like, well, I watched one of them because I was just curious to see like what those kind of games look like, and it looks cool, but not my kind of game. Or at least I think it's not my kind of game. Honestly, I haven't had a chance to really play it enough to know that whether it's my kind of game or not. I did like Palia actually, though. So like, someday I might go back to that. Cause like, that as far as like a. Oh, I see. Aren't they also breaking modded ones? I thought there was also a thing about bricking the modded consoles as well. But that might be what they're talking about when they say modded consoles, the ones from just right from Japan. Interesting. This has like that new Jurassic Park feel to it with these extra arms. Yeah, it's very strange. But, I mean, it's just cutthroat, like you say. It's just them just trying to, like, squeeze every dime out of everyone. Which is funny because it's like, guys, you're not even a main console anymore, really. Like, you're the luxury one, so why are you trying to punish people for... Like, at least with Switch, they knew, kind of, it felt like they knew more that they were, like, the third choice. I mean, I didn't even have a Switch until my sister gave me hers. Like, I didn't even buy it. I got it secondhand from a family member because wasn't really that interested, and then I eventually played Odyssey, which was a really fun game, but I would never have bought it on my own. That's yeah. But is it just me, or did like they kind of like really drop the ball with like how much they upgraded the Switch 2? Like it feels like as you I mean I'm used to them feeling Nintendo feeling like they're years behind everyone else, but they're like their graphics card is not as much improved as I was hoping, considering the price range. Because if you're gonna go in that price range, you got to give me a reason, and they just never really did. Cause yeah, their handhelds are usually really good. I am in it, but you notice that like as some of the biggest like walkouts for directors has been Nintendo. Like I mean, Kojima left because they wouldn't stop just making his games into just pachinko machines to print money. And then same thing with the guy who the founder of Castlevania went off and made Bloodstain, which is a really good game, and I might get back into playing that on stream sometime. Because I do downloaded it, but I haven't played yeah. It's also just weird that like there's certain Pokemon games that haven't been remastered that are like they're like I've only heard about what is it, Gold and Silver. Everyone says how that's played the console version tells me how great that was, how much fun that was for them. And meanwhile, Nintendo's just twiddling their thumbs, ignoring the fans who are saying, "We'll buy this if you make it." And it's like, no, we'd rather just make this other game that's got nowhere near the interest. But look at these new areas where you can walk, and it's like, guys, this town is empty. Like I saw that newer one, and it was just like, because even though Sword and Shield had its faults, at least the towns felt lived in. Yeah, it's so much fun. I got to go back and play more of it because there's been expansions and I haven't played any of them. But like, which is funny because I actually held off on beating the game, and then kind of like it fell into the background, and now I need to go back and beat it and then play it again with all the other characters. 'Cause I think there's at least like there's at least several other characters you can play as now. Kind of like with Shovel Knight. Yeah. Why haven't? Yeah. I'm just surprised they never thought of that first. Like they're so angry at with this whole like Pal World thing, but like they had like they had at least a decade or more to do that themselves, and they never tried. So they only have themselves to blame. It's like you guys could have been making this back in like the days of like World of Warcraft. Like they could have had a Pokemon back then be multiplayer, and they just dropped the ball and didn't make one, and that's why there was a demand for something like Pal World, because which is funny because Pal World doesn't even feel like a Pokemon entirely. I mean, there's parts of it like sure, like there's things like the designs feel that way, but if they really had just been more like guys, these are our designs. No, everyone knows it. You know it. Just change the monsters, and we'll be happy. Yeah, and I think that's what they're scared of, is that they actually now have to try because they're so used to like Sony and PlayStation being in their own lane. And now PC's like, well, no, we want to make these kind of games too. And they're like, uh-oh. It's like, which is funny because if they had paid attention more and not been complacent, they would have seen this winding up much sooner. Like I saw plenty of games that were there's been monster collectors on PC for a while. This isn't something that just popped out of nowhere. They just chose to ignore it up until it was like a direct copy of something they felt, and they felt more threatened by it. Which is funny because Pale World's at its core is a builder. It's a survivor game. It's like Grounded, where like it's just a game where you're trying to survive on an island. And sure, there's mechanics that have to do with monsters, but the main thing is survive on an island. And I don't think a Pokemon game has ever done that. Yeah, exactly. It's very close to Ark. You're right. The funny thing is, if I over the weekend I watched that Pokemon Concierge Island, and if they made that into a game, that would make them so much money. That show is just like, it's only 4 episodes, but it's pure dopamine. And it's even more relatable than I thought when I first heard about it, because like the main character is just so stressed out and by a regular, she's like a Stardew Valley character. Like she goes there because her job is too stressful. I'm like, wow, this could be a perfect like Stardew Valley kind of Pokemon game where you just play as an NPC, like a regular person that you can make your own custom character and go to the island. That would be so much fun. And it's like, Nintendo, you own this. Why? Or you own some rights to it, I'm sure, or all rights actually, probably because it's you. And why isn't this a game? Because that's literally one where people would be like, shut up and take my money. Yeah. Is the new one? But the new one's the one with Ash's daughter, right? Or is there another one other than that? Oh, okay. Because I thought wasn't there going to be, or was there like a short series that was about Ash's daughter? Like I thought they made like a like a what's it called, like an OAV or something like that. That was like a short series where it was like about her. Or maybe that was just a promotion. Be right back. I just gotta get something. Water. That's true. Yeah, he kind of Red kind of just or what's his name in Japan? I forget. It's like Sasuno or I forget. But yeah, he the minute he wasn't the spotlight, all of a sudden he was allowed to get older. But I'm just just surprised that they haven't tried to do stop motion because they have an entire team on their card making staff for the card game that just do that make Pokemon out of clay. Just get them to do animate stop motion, which I know is a lot more work, but I mean, considering how popular Concierge was, they would probably make back the time easily. or just do like a parody of like laid back, yeah, laid back camp, and but with Pokemon. And it's like just get some kids on an island, hang out with their Pokemon, and go camping. And it's like, there you go. There's your game. Not everything has to be about like fighting some like organization, because honestly, they're just getting more and more tame anyway. I mean, in Sword and Shield, they were fanboys. Ooh, scary. Like the person that they were fanning over literally told them to knock it off a few times, and they did. Yeah. Oh, I love the Yarn series. Like, I played the demo for the Yoshi one, and that was pretty fun. But the Kirby Epic Yarn was like, that was a big one. This is pretty good. I don't need to spend too much time on it. Speaking of I think I said this last time, but like, I saw with the some movie trailers, it looks like more studio or more writers are trying out dinosaur stories, and I'm just happy to see that, because I'm tired of it just being Jurassic Park. And don't get me wrong, I like Jurassic Park is fine, but there's no reason that other people can't do that story as well. 'Cause dinosaurs are a subject matter, not a property. Yeah. I can see that. Because so many of the ones before that were like, here's this evil organization, and since we have to sell 2 games, there's going to be another evil organization that's pretty much the same thing, but just a different color. And it's like, okay, but can we just focus on the collecting monsters thing? No. You must protect the world from ending. And it's like, but this is a kid's game. It's just supposed to be fun. Like, even with the stakes in a Kirby game, it is so like fun and like based around enjoying the actual like gameplay. And like going and trying to like find new ways to make the gameplay even more fun with new mechanics. And I mean, I understand there is a crowd of people that play Pokemon and they love the stat maxing and all that stuff, or whatever it's called, where like you're like trying to like make your team like nigh unbeatable for the competitions. But is that really a big part of their audience? Like, I always thought it was more like the bulk of the people that bought those games were more just people who just wanted to see the new starters and beat the game. And like maybe 40% of them stay and do the competition stuff. But I don't know the stats, so maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. Yeah, maxing is kind of goofy, and it is funny though how like sometimes it works out for you. Like I remember I was watching like someone do a Nuzlocke, and they accidentally made their one of their characters like strong enough to survive an attack because they just were grinding against a certain type of Pokemon. They were just taking out Marils left and right, like just depleting the population, and then they went and fought this guy who used a I think it was that one Pokemon that does Dragon Dance, the Cloud Dragon. I forget what its name is, but yeah, and it nearly took out their Pokemon, but it because she like spent so much time doing that, it was able to survive with like 1 health. Yeah, the Jaden thing, yeah. That was pretty funny, yeah. Where you just see like the animation and it just like shows like a beach where they're just like everywhere. It's like, oh no! What have you done? I don't think I could ever do Nuzlocke. It's fun watching other people do it, but it seems like a lot, like a lot of stress. Especially if you name them. That would really stress me out if I'm like, I gotta come up with a name for this creature that's fun, and oh yeah, also it might not survive. Yay, fun game. That's funny. Yeah. Because in past games, like, I think it was... I forget which one it was that I played, but I've definitely had ones in the past where I've been stubborn and been like, I want to use this Pokemon, I know they're not strong, so I'm just going to grind with them until they are strong. And then I never played that again. I think the other thing is, like, much like Jaden, I was stubborn and tried to make a team that was based on, like, a certain, like, theme. And I think mine was, like... mine had a lot of insects, unfortunately. And, you know, that makes them, like... that makes me very vulnerable to a lot of other attacks. So that turned out to be not the best theme. Like, early in the game it didn't matter quite too much, but later it was like, I guess I gotta stop doing just bugs. I gotta expand this theme out. Yeah, which is a shame because, like, I mean, their design, a lot of their designs are really cool, but they're some of them are just like kindling. So you just someone just walks in with a dragon and it's like, well, this fight's over with. What is this pretty good. I think I'm gonna maybe just no. I said I wouldn't do that. See, if this was earlier this month, I would make this into a comic for with my with one of my characters drawing this in her journal, because that'd be kind of a cool thing to do. But since I only have tonight, I'm gonna just make this. This will be it. Oh, dark, yeah, that would be another one where it'd be kind of fun in concept, but let's just save this so I don't look. There. Yeah. Cool. I mean, I didn't even think I'd get this much done today. Oh wow, it's already. Yeesh. Already 2 hours. I guess I won't have time for too many of these. Yeah. I don't know if you saw, but I was earlier I was going over this. This is some of the stuff I'm trying to plan for the next month of things that I don't know if did you see any of these for because you said like creatures like the Smogist. Here's a couple of those, and there's a cryptid one here too, and I guess someone's doing a what's her, I always forget her name. One second, I'm gonna look her up. And there's someone I follow that does dragons as well. I'm gonna try and find her name. Yeah, I did I was talking about like planning them out, and here's I found a lot of these. You could find all these on like a Instagram. So where's that? Here she is. Oh, Casey Corner. Yeah, her stuff is she does yeah, Casey, she's another streamer. She does like animals as well. I definitely recommend her for especially if you like that stuff too. Like she gave me the, like she does these really cool like when she does dragons, she'll mix them with like sea animals like sea slugs and stuff, and comes up with these really cool color patterns. So I'm definitely gonna look into that kind of stuff too when I'm doing Smogist. Like mixing with birds and like unique animals. I don't know what's up with this one. Like this one, the moods on Smogist one is interesting. I'm not sure how that one works. I'll have to see how people do that. The funny thing is there's Draugist I grabbed, but I didn't get the missed the one for Draugist, which is Yeah, yeah. Then he definitely recommend Smogus for them because I had a lot of fun last year. I'll show you some of the things I did in the. Let's see. Like here's one that I didn't get to finish, but like it's like a dragon in a temper in like a tree kind of thing, and this one was here's another one that I got most of the way but didn't get to finish, where it's like a crazy like dinosaur one, like undead kind of too. I forgot what this prompt for this one was. Was it? And then there's, let's see, I got a whole bunch. Oh, this one I'm really I like how this one came out. I did like a Mockingjay with a dragon, and that one came out. That was a cool idea for it's like they're like hoarders, and mixing that with how dragons are hoarders. So like I think that's just like a perfect mix, and like the color scheme was really fun to play around with. So that's when I really liked how that came out. And then I did these ones that are like a mixture of like an orca and like, was this a dragon? I think it was kind of a dragon. It's more of a creature. I don't know if that was, I forgot what challenge this was. Yeah, right? I thought so too. I was really happy with it. What's this other one? Because then I did stuff like, where's the other one go? I did some D&D stuff that month too. Is this one? Oh, this was me. I was doing chimeras and stuff and mixing animals with plants. So it's like a hippo mix with like all these like different types of carnivorous plants. Yeah, I did it with fish too. And with birds. What's this? Oh yeah, I started doing other dragons, one like this one. I might actually some of these I might actually reuse now. Like I might actually take this composition and then use it for something for this month. Because this is one of my D&D ones I did last summer. Yeah, you're right. It was like a narwhal. Yeah, it was like a narwhal mixed with like a cactus, essentially. And this was me, like, I was thinking, I drew these guys individually, and then I was like, I thought since they're both reptilian, or like they're both well, one's a dinosaur and one's a reptile, they're both like a saurian versus a lizard folk, but it was like but they're actually like friends, and it's kind of like a fun rivalry between them, like they're a fighter and a monk teaming up. Because and either one of these would be fun to play. I think just because they're more rare, it'd be really fun to play the Saurian, because I haven't seen too many people yeah, let me see if it works. It should work. I don't think I have anything that would block it. I'll let you know if it doesn't. I'll let you know if it doesn't work. Just a little worried because I could have sworn last time we tried something and it didn't go through, but we'll see. Maybe that was because the person didn't realize they didn't send a link, but yeah, no, if you... Oh, this is what I'm going to be working on this month a little too. I forgot. My emotes. Yeah. Yeah, my comic too. Yeah. Huh. Why didn't it... Wait a minute. I don't know why it's being so... It did. Sorry. Let me see if I can... temporarily fix it. It's a little... this is a little bit harder, but I'll give it a try. There's this thing where, like... Let's see. Oh wait. No? Huh. You think it would show up here? Like, I'm looking in community and it's showing things from before, but now it's not doing it live, which is annoying. So let me see if I can find it somewhere else really quick. Because that's really weird that it would be like... You think that it would be there. Dun, 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 dun. Huh. I don't know why it's... Yeah, sorry. I'll look into it more if I can't figure it out right now so that I can make sure that it works in the future. I don't know why it's being such a pest right now. Like, usually it's... Huh. Yeah, I don't know. That's really bizarre. You think that it would be like... It should be under community. Yeah. No. Okay. Darn, I'm sorry. That's annoying. I'll definitely look into that, because that's something that shouldn't be such a big deal. Do, do, do. Yeah, weird. Yeah. Because you're not the first person that's happened to. I had someone like a few streams ago that wanted me to draw one of their characters for Art Fight, and they sent it, and then they logged off, so I thought maybe they just didn't send it right, and it turns out they probably did, but it probably blocked it for them too. So, that's annoying. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Bum, bum, bum. But yeah, one thing oh yeah, no problem. It just would have been fun to see. I will now that I'm starting to get more people. I'm trying to set up a like account for like as like a goal for once I reach a certain amount of people, I'll make a Discord. Because right now it's like there's, I mean, I'm only more recently with like you and Art Ninja and all them. Like I'm starting to get more people that come more often because there's been streams where like I don't see anyone, and I'm like, well, back then I was just like, well, why make a Discord if no one's here? But now that I'm seeing, if a few more, if even like probably like 10 more people become more frequent, I think I could justify making a Discord so that I don't have issues like this, because I could just make it so people could just post there. Plus, I could try and it would be kind of fun to make my own art challenges there. That's something I really would like to try to get around to. It is, but it's more like, it's also just like managing I would just be more worried that like so many people would just be bots. Because it would just be me, like, trying to manage it in my own time. And that's when those kind of things happen, where you get, like, all those... Because when you have someone else helping you mod it, that's when everything's fine, but... I just don't have anyone available right now that could do that. But it would be fun to do things like some art challenges and like even like I've seen some people that do like community events, like watching shows or something, and it'd be fun to have that in the background sometimes. Like do like a month of dragons and like have like all these dragon movies playing one after another in the background, and people could just pop in and watch like Dragon Slayer or yeah, any of those kind of movies. Or like Dragonheart. I am the last of my kind. And even like I think the writing, I mean the directing didn't help, but like it's a shame that they couldn't get more money for the what was that called, Aragon. Although to be fair, like the author wrote that when they were in their like early teen years, so that must have actually been pretty exciting to see something that like you did so early in your writing career become a movie. Yeah, true. I don't know if that's. It's okay. I'll just say that's what it is. Or like how I was just thinking, I've been talking about dragons, and I'm like, oh yeah, How to Train Your Dragon. I just remembered that was a thing recently. I still haven't seen the. I haven't had a chance to see the new one yet, but I heard it was good. Like it's so like especially with how like hit or miss some of these live actions have been. I'm glad to hear that because I never want to root for them to be to fail, but like sometimes I just see the writing on the wall and I'm like, this isn't gonna be good. You know, it's like like Snow White or some of these other ones. Like the only one I thought that I was kind of right on it was I thought Beauty and the Beast would probably do good, and it did. Because I saw what they were doing with it, and I'm like, okay, they're not just like rehashing it. Me neither. The OG was really good. I'll give it to them. One thing I'll give them though is at least they use some of the same actors. Like the father's the same. That's oh gosh, I'm blanking on his name right now. But yeah, I'm glad at least he came back. So like it wasn't like a completely new group of people. And like the way they did the character, but you're right. At the end of the day, it wasn't needed. Like everything about it, all those is that they're not needed. Like, I think I was telling you like, did I bring that up? I think I did. Where I was saying like someone at work is, I have someone at work I get in arguments about because like they only watch live action, and I'm just like, but why? I'm like, and then the only reason they get annoyed is because they're like, oh, they like things like the what is that my brain's forgetting the name of it. Not Need for Speed. Don't Fast and Furious. I'm sorry. Yeah, Fast and Furious. Which I'm like, those are pretty much cartoons. Like the way that they move those cars around and the way they like the things they survive through make them pretty much like cartoon characters, like Bugs Bunny or Wile E. Coyote. Yeah, the original Lilo and Stitch was really good. I agree. I didn't get why they felt that one needed to be made live action, even though I heard that was one of the better live actions. It still was kind of disappointing just to see them be like, we want to try this anyway, just to hold on. I'm not even sure if that is, because normally what they would with Marvel when they did that kind of stuff was to hold on to the license, but it hasn't been long enough for them to lose that license. So I really think it is just for the fad of making live action. Because like there's no real like legal reason yet. Like if it was maybe 10 years from now, then sure, but right now there's no real reason to rush into making these. Especially when, I mean, you could just, make some original live action stories. Like, whatever happened to them just trying that too? Yeah, I know a lot of people were pretty angry at the end. Because it misses the point of the actual the original movie. Which is funny because I almost, like, accidentally got in an argument with, well, it wasn't just me, it was a couple people. We're talking to someone and they were really, like, insistent on, like, how, like, living in that kind of environment is, like, people don't know how expensive it is to live there and this and that, and I'm like, I understand what you're trying to say, but at the end of the day, this is an animated movie, and after the credits start rolling, they don't need to worry about their lives. It's like, guys, you're really looking too hard into this if you're worried about, like, their financial livelihood after the credits start rolling. Like, in the original, they just showed them celebrating different, like, yeah, I heard that. That was dumb. But, like, in the original, they just, like, show them, like, celebrating different holidays, and the aliens are there to help raise them, to help, like, just be there, and, like, the inventor guy is pretty much just, like, I guess helping them just survive on, like, tight money. Since you saw it, one thing I'm curious about is they changed how Stitch landed on the island. And I didn't really hear an answer to this in the podcast I listened to about it, but, like, I guess it was, like, when he crashes, like, he actually, like, interrupts a wedding? And I'm like, but wouldn't that, like, cause, like, people from, like, the mainland US to start to come look for this alien? And I guess, like, the logic is that's why the CIA was there, but I mean, he was really supposed to just be there as, like, he moved on. He wasn't an active agent. So, oh, okay. Yeah, no, that was a scene that apparently I heard about. That's really, and I'm like, wait, what? Why would you want to show, like, change, like, such a simple scene and make it into this whole ordeal where he's, like, giving away that he's an alien within 5 seconds of being on the island, when that was supposed to be, like, I mean, there is that line, the funny line in the cartoon, in the animated movie, where he's like, where that the woman at the animal shelter is, like, saying how she doesn't think it's a dog because it wasn't alive, like, earlier that day. So, like, she's like, he was hit by a truck. And then they're like, what? And then he's like, wait, what? And Lilo's like, I want it. And I guess there's a lot more, like, just, like, toilet humor and, like, fart jokes with Stitch for some reason, which I'm like, I guess, but I don't get why that always happens with live action with these movies. It's like, guys, he's a living weapon. Why are you making him like this? But I mean, I know the quick answer is for the kids, but I would just say watch the original if you're that young. Like, was, yeah. Yeah, I like the characters and all the like side characters. Everything was really fun, and they even had like an interesting like commentary in the original about like these new ones are always trying to brag that they like have like social things in them, but the original even like talked about like what it's like being a native and having all these tourists around all the time, and like they're kind of like ogling, they're kind of just treating everything like it's kind of quaint, but while it's like, yeah, but this is my life and we live here. Like even there's that line with Nani where she's just like, who wants to work at this fakey luau, and it's because those were only popular because of the tourists. Like they didn't want to do that. So it was interesting seeing that, and that was a better way of explaining that than like. I guess in the new one also she is a lot more like blunt with her sister, like, or in like just takes things very differently. Like in the animated one, there was a line where like she says, "I like you better as a sister than as a mom." And in the animated one, that was her basically being like, she cares for her sister, but she just can't adapt to her as an authority figure. And in the live action, she was sad when she heard that, and I'm like, but she shouldn't take you as her mother because you are her sister. So why are you upset? Like I feel like the writers didn't really understand what that line meant. Yeah, I actually probably should call it 2. It's been... We're at like 2.5, so I'm probably going to warm down pretty soon. Like, I just wanted to try and get one more art fight in. So, and I'm pretty happy with this one. I'm glad I ended on something that was an animal, was like a creature instead of a person. So, that, yeah. I'm really happy with this. How this came out. Let's shrink this down so that they can both fit in. Like that. There we go. Nice. There we go. Cool. I think so too. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Like I wasn't sure how until it's a lot. So in a good way. Like they really organized this really well. So I'm glad that I was able to get all of the aspects. But yeah, and have a nice rest of your week, and I'll hopefully see you on Friday. I'll be probably working on some of those art challenges I was talking about, like probably a Smogus drawing, or yeah, probably a Smogus drawing is what I'll do the majority of, and maybe some stuff for the channel, but mostly Smogus. So, have a great night. Yeah. I do want to put something in, like, even just like some landscape to show how big this thing is. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I just remembered I did start watching this the what is that, the Alone series with the Australian one, and it is funny if how like the older series where everyone was like so like professional and like hardcore, and there's a few people in it that know what they're doing, but there's a lot more that don't. I was shocked with how many people don't know what they're doing on that show. I'm like, why did you sign up? It's like, because it's like your typical like nature person, that's a nature woman that's like just like very like the trees and the animals are my friends, and I've seen that kind of that personality before on the show, and they do pretty good. Surprisingly, you think at first they're going to be like, oh, they're going to make a huge mistake early on and get kicked off because they're not going to take care of themselves. But she was actually, from what I've seen so far, this person might actually go the distance. So, from what I've seen of the participants, I think that person might actually win. But I've only seen a few episodes, so maybe she ran out of food or something, or maybe honestly all it takes is like, I remember one season someone like had the misfortune that like their campfire like fell on them. So it's a lot of times not your fault. It's usually like just bad luck. And like yeah, so many people. There was just one guy who was like just like staring at a photo of his family the entire like second episode, and I'm like, goodbye. And like that was a bad idea bringing that photo. You could have, yeah, I don't know. It was just weird because he thought he was gonna be able to use it to like push himself on, but it's like, but you know yourself, and you know that like if you haven't been away from your family, and suddenly you are that for that long period of time in such a harsh environment, and you're just destined to fail. It was a shame. So I kind of like a little bit more competition. This season so far has just been like, well, they're falling off left and right, and I'm probably gonna turn back into watching it, and like the 90% of them are already going to be gone in like the 5th episode or something, I bet. Okay, you know, it's been 2.5 hours. I know it's a shorter one, but with this being like the end of Art Fight, well, yeah, with this being the end of Art Fight and this being even more than I thought I would do for a sketch, I think this is a pretty good one to end on. I'd hate to end on like half a drawing. So I kind of want this to be it, because this came out so good, and it really is a good character. I mean, really good creature design. So I'm definitely gonna. I'm excited to see what people make with these challenges coming up. But yeah, I had fun with this. That'd be cool if it was like so many times when you see like I'm gonna put it in like in a rain in a storm. Or like the beginning of like a cloudy day actually. I'm gonna make these a little lighter. Like it's starting to form into a rainstorm, but it's not quite there yet. Maybe it's just like a summer lightning storm kind of thing. Yeah, see, that's too much. I think it's fine just to leave it like this. Like it's... So thanks everyone who dropped by. I really appreciate all the, like, visits I've been getting this month, and I've been getting nothing but kind comments from people throughout the art fight. So I'm just so grateful that I'm so happy I tried out for this one. That's weird. That might be kind of cool for this. Yeah. Yeah, hatching kind of effect on the... There we go. But it was fun drawing other people's characters for a little bit. I usually don't do fan art, so it was kind of fun to try out something different. Cool. Okay. But yeah, I'll be working on just like starting up some other projects for coming in the coming month. Like hang on. Maybe I can get one more thing in this before I... Yeah, just kind of like light shadows, but just at least kind of. Okay. Kind of cool, just like a very basic, like... Cool. One more thing and then I'll call it. Just gotta put in some more shading into the tree. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to doing some challenges, maybe some D&D like random prompts in the next month, because those are fun, and maybe some like definitely some stuff for the channel, like I said, and some I don't know, just some other stuff. I'll think of some other things. I mean, there's that entire list that I showed earlier. I'll put that up again in the next one for new people, but yeah, I think this is pretty good. Okay, so I'll be doing some work on that stuff and some other like the comic probably. So yeah, there's plenty to do next month without getting too crazy. I mean, obviously in my free, whenever I'm not working, I'm gonna try and debut my my first VTuber model sometime in the near future. Hopefully, I'm aiming for September. So, as long as things go according to plan, that's what I want. There's still a lot to learn, so maybe that might be the only obstacle. Like, I'm trying to learn the physics of like the hair and everything. But other than that, I should be able to make it on time, I think. So. It's so weird how this music goes all over the place. It's like. Okay, that's fine. I got majority of it done. Yeah, looks really cool. I'm pretty happy with it. So have a great night, and I'll see you all on Friday. This has been really fun, and I'll sure there'll be other things. I mean, there's plenty coming up, like with Smogist, and then September is like Sketchtember, I think, and then there's like I mean, obviously October's a crazy month for like so many different things. Like Inktober, I might try that again. And Witchtober is always fun. I'm gonna try that again because that was so much fun. So yeah. So okay.